content that attracts clients, right? Now what happens is when you go on Instagram and you see other designers portfolios and other designers pages, it's really common that they just put their final finished project photos, or they just put up random Pinterest pretty images and random mood boards, right? So what happens is when a client who's looking to design a space comes with that, for them it's like they're just opening Pinterest and they're seeing pretty pictures, but they don't really connect with the designer who's going to be designing that. So if you want the clients to connect with you, when they come onto the page, the content that you actually put out should make them feel that you understand their problems. You can solve their problems, and they can actually trust you, because today when they're designing homes, they are spending lakhs and lakhs of money. Today, will you give a random stranger 10 lakh rupees? No. You have to first, most importantly, is build trust, right? Second thing is when you post content, it should not only be your sites. It has to be a whole, it should be a breakup of content that can actually educate them. It should be something that helps them, that make you understand that they can trust you. They should get inspiration by seeing your other projects and wow, I love her designs. They should be able to see the transformation when you show before afters, that oh, this is how it was and this is what she's capable of making it look. Next is, by doing this, just by looking at it, you're not going to get the money, you're not going to get the projects. So there should be strong CTAs. CTAs are basically call to actions. There should be very strong CTAs where it tells them that, okay, book me now. And I'll explain to you all of this a lot more in detail right below. Second thing which we already discussed was, do not post for anyone and everyone. We have identified who your one ideal client is. Post for that one ideal client in your niche, right? Now, what to post? You'll be like, okay, I understood, but now what to post? So, normally there are four main pillars. We call them as pillars, like how when you're designing a house, you have columns and beams which hold the house. Similarly, for your content to be the source of you getting leads, there are four pillars that we use, right? First one is the education content. Why do you post education content? Because today when your potential client comes onto your page and they see that this person has lot of knowledge, they are educated in this field, they have knowledge about this, you are building authority, you are building credibility that okay, I know everything in my line. So the reason you post education content is that. Some examples which you can do in that is, three mistakes making your living room look smaller, or best materials for rental homes, things to know before you're starting your interiors, layout mistakes homeowner makes, and so on. You can read more of these examples. Now, what happens with this is, today, if you have not done enough projects or you don't have enough knowledge, there is no way that you will be able to really make these content pieces really well. So, if you make this, and supposing somebody who's looking at making their living room and their problem is that their living room is looking smaller, don't you think a post like this will immediately attract them, because you are giving the mistakes and you can also provide the solutions depending on how you want to do your post. So that is how education content helps, right? Second, the second type of content pillar is transformation content. Now, how does transformation content work? Now, how many times have you heard of scams, right? Well, people will just be like, I design this, I do this, but how do you have the trust that they have actually designed it? How do you know that the picture you have put onto the thing is actually yours? That way, the only way they can know that is if you show the process, if you show the before and after. Because now, obviously, that also you can get from anywhere. But today, if you're going to have so many before pictures, so much of the ongoing pictures, so much of the after pictures, of course, it means that you have done it. Secondly, they will like actually feel like they can trust you, because when they see that what you have done for somebody else, they in their head start thinking that they can do the same thing for me, right? So how you can create this, some examples are, you can take this, supposing you have designed a 2 BHK, right? In the 2 BHK, you have multiple rooms, kitchens, bathrooms, etc. So take a before picture before you even start the project, right? And then after you've completed it, take an after picture of the same angle. So supposing you've taken it from the angle of a bedroom of the bed, the after picture also take it from the bed. If you've taken it from the window side, take it again from the window side. Try to take it from the same angle of the same room. You can do this for multiple rooms. Secondly, if let's say you don't have a project, you can still take a bit before picture and create a 3D of how you would have designed it if a client came to you. So it still kind of gives you a before after feel. And as and when you do get projects, start adding actual project pictures. Second thing is layout transformations. Now what happens is a lot of the times the clients, when they come to you, they'll give you a very basic layout which the builder has sent them, right? So what you can do is you can show that layout of how it was, and then you can show the second part of it of after you have worked on the layout. You can literally mention why you have moved the sofa here, why you have moved the wall here. Don't put too much text because no one wants to read too much text, but like put it with images and just mark arrows and put one line, one word information, so that the person knows that you as a designer are really good at space planning layout, because from the layout before to the layout now, it's completely changed. Highlight what benefits the client has got after they've seen the layouts. Oh, there's more space, there's more furniture, the room looks bigger, blah blah, whatever your transformations are. Mention all of that in the post. Next thing is show your mood board. When you go for material selections, show the materials you're selecting. Why are you choosing that cane? Why are you choosing that wooden laminate? Why are you choosing that green sofa, whatever, beige sofa, whatever color you're choosing? Why are you selecting that mood board? Don't just put a picture of a mood board. Show your reasoning why you selected that specific material in that mood board. Show from the mood board how it's finally coming into reality. So supposing you had selected 5 materials, show that mood board. On the next slide, show how it's finally looking when all those materials are put together. People really love seeing the process, right? Show some styling. Some of you who are into styling, show that okay, how it looks before when it's like just with furniture, and then after you've styled it, after you've added the runners, the cushions, the photo frames, the plants, show the before after even with that. Now, a very interesting thing, and this is design audit. What is design audit? So let's say some of you all don't have your own projects. This is really good for you. What you can do is take a random picture on Pinterest or on Instagram or anywhere online. Take that picture either of a room or of a layout. Take that and then show your expertise of what you would do differently if that was designed by you. So the design audit basically means this is what it is and this is what I would recommend that you can do. So even if you've not actually worked on your project, your client now has a much better understanding of what you're capable of doing. So please do this, especially for the people who don't have projects. Okay. The third one. The third one is personal stories. Now, I know a lot of you guys are scared of showing your face. I don't know, you would be worried about what your friend will think, what your family will think, what your colleagues will think, etc. But trust me, that is one of the reasons the money is not going to come to you. It's really worth not showing your face. You have a pretty face, show it. Let people connect to you. Let people understand who you are as a person, because until they don't know who you are as a person, they cannot connect with who you are as a designer. So for example, when you go to site, click pictures of you on site, do funny things, do normal things, shout at your contractor, take a video of it, it's fine. Daily what you do in life, you get ready to go for a meeting, you connect on a laptop to do a consultation call, you're on the way to a meeting in the car, you've gone to a material store to see some lights, to see some materials. Take pictures, take videos, and start posting it, because this is what people are going to connect with. Even if, let's say, you made a blunder outside, you made a mistake, re-put that up and be like, this is where I had made a mistake. And if today I had to go back to that project, this is how I would rectify it. This shows that you own when you've done something wrong. It shows that you're someone who looks into correcting it when it goes wrong. And these are very important skills that design clients look at when they're hiring somebody. They don't just connect with projects. People connect with people. Today, why do you blindly buy from Amazon? Today, why do you blindly buy from Apple? The brand is okay, great, but the people in it, the story, the brand connection you had with the brand is what you have connected with, right? So create that personal story. Today, why did you come on this call with me? Was there some post, something that I said, something that I did that connected with you as me as a person, not just as a designer, not just as my projects, right? So build that connection. And fourth, after you've done all of this, one thing that people forget is to tell them what to do next. So let's say they see all these pretty pictures, they see all these transformations, they understand a bit about you, and then they just go off your page. How is it going to help? So the most important thing is to create an offer and tell them what they have to do. For example, when you go on Instagram, when you go through those reels, how many times do you see like, share, comment, follow, whatever, whatever? Now, when you give people so many things to do, they get confused. They're like, should I like? Should I share? Should I follow? Should I what? So always have only one strong CTA by the end of every post. Don't do multiple. Either say like, either say share, either say follow, or either say DM. In your case, specifically because you are doing this more to get clients, of course, getting followers helps, but your aim is to how to get clients. So I would recommend to use more of CTAs like opening 5 consultations, DM me home to book it, or things like which they can literally just book a call with you, and then you can connect on a call with them, and then when I do the client journey next week, you'll understand how to take it ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah, I just finished talking about the offer content. The offer content is basically when you tell the client what they have to do. Like, some people think that this is a silly thing, but trust me, when you don't tell the person what they have to do, they will just see your page and they will leave. So tell them, DM me, book a call, message me, comment this, get this. Tell them, but only tell them one thing. Don't tell them like, follow, share, comment, everything. They won't do anything, or they'll just leave, right? So choose any one that is applicable for your specific post. So just to quickly summarize so far, we discussed that there are 4 content pillars: education, transformation, personal story, and offer content. When you have a mix of all of these 4 running every single month, you will see that people are not only seeing that you're smart and knowledgeable in your field, they are seeing your capability of how you are good at doing what you're doing. They're connecting with who you are as a person. And by you sharing your offers, they are actually reaching out to you when they need it, right? The next thing, now for those people who don't have a project, you can use this for a mock project, and for those who have projects, use this for your existing project. Instead of just randomly posting the final finished picture, please give them an understanding of the before, in between, and after. So now what do I mean for this is, right, you can take any one project. You, let's say you have only one amazing project, take one amazing project and do this first for only one project. If you don't have a project, do this for a mock project, create a project. So for example, if your niche is luxury apartments for business professionals, use that as your first project type. Okay, like that's your niche and this is your project type for that. So in the before part, you are going to use the before part to create curiosity. How are you going to do that? You are going to put existing raw, completely raw site photos. You are going to be putting in text maybe on that raw site photo. You can write client problems and write the top 3 problems the client has told you. They don't have enough space. Maybe the storage is not enough. Maybe they don't like too much, what do you say, maybe the seating for the living room is not enough for 10 people and they only have it for 6 people. Whatever the challenge they have, put an existing raw photo and write those top 3 problems. Again, don't make essays. No one has the time. We all have goldfish memory and attention span is almost nil. Keep it short. Keep 3 lines maximum, not too many lines. Short, 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 simple, right? Put it in pointers if you have to. Then next to that, like an example for this would be is clients, put a picture of a photo of a corner and say client hated this corner. And then I'll tell you what to put on the next slide. But this can be the first slide. Put a picture of a corner which the client hates and say client hated this corner. Or maybe put a picture of a bedroom and say this layout wasted 40% of the room. Now what happens is when your potential client comes onto your page, they will instantly connect with this because they are probably facing similar problems like this. Maybe they're facing issues where they don't like a specific corner in their room, or maybe they're feeling a specific room, the layout is not optimized enough and a lot of it is going waste. Or maybe they're feeling the kitchen is too dark, right? So understanding your niche and understanding what the client problems are, create this specifically for your niche. Don't just copy paste what I've given you. These are examples, right? The next thing is after you've shown the before, after you've associated the client with the problem, you should talk about the process. Now, the process includes the mood boards, the layouts, the site visits, everything I explained to you already earlier, right? What you are going to use, like today, you're going to go to maybe the light market and you're going to go to, let's say, 4 stores and see which lights are best for it. Take a document and show all of that, whether it's photo, whether it's video, whatever form you are comfortable, but take all of that and show that. Let's say you will be like, I went to 4 light stores and this is the one light which I finally liked. Mention all of that. Let's say if you went to a marble store and you selected and you had to choose between a marble and, let's say, a quartz. Why did you choose the quartz, or why did you choose the marble over the quartz? Mention why you're selecting what material. Let's say you went to site, you had a meeting with the client, or you did a furniture marking on the site, or let's say you just went aside to take a quick supervision of how everything is happening. It could be so many things you're doing on site, right? Record all of this and show this. Show this as pictures, show this as videos, right? Let's say if you're having a conversation on the phone with the vendor where you're maybe bargaining on the prices. Again, even if you don't record the words that are coming out, record you being on the phone and talking to the person, right? Then examples of this is, you can put in something like, we tested 3 layouts before selecting this one. So this gives you an expertise. Your client understands that after the person has tried out 3 layouts, they finally got this layout, and then you will explain to them how this one layout was good for X reasons, right? Or you can put a hook that says, this material saved 1.5 lakhs without compromising aesthetics. What is the dream of any client? That their space looks amazing without spending too much. So don't you think this kind of a hook? Again, you're saying this material. You can even mention what the material is. Supposing you're talking about wood. So you can be like, this wood saved blah blah blah. This laminate saved blah blah blah. Whatever. Amount also you can change, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 50,000, whatever amount that seems relevant to the material. So make sure that you add very specific things. Don't just say materials that save. Be like this material. Then people are curious to be like, what is this material? This layout saved me, right? So be very specific with 1 or 2 things only. So you can go through all the examples here. I won't go too much in detail. And the last is after. After you have shown how it looks before, how the in between process feels, you have to show how the final look is. Now, in the final look, it really helps to build trust. So show the after photos, show still photos, show videos. Please don't forget to take testimonials of clients. Now, I know a lot of y'all told me that y'all have finished projects, but y'all don't have any client testimonials. So make it a rule that now on, whenever you complete a project, do a client testimonial. Now, I know a lot of clients are shy. So you know what I do with them? If I'm not meeting them in person, I'll be like, hey, can we connect 5 minutes on a Zoom call? And I'll prepare 5 questions and keep ready. Questions like, what were the problems you were having before you designed? Now, how do you feel about it? How was it working with me? 4 5 questions you keep ready. Ask them these questions, let them answer it very naturally, record your meeting, take permission from them, and then use it as a client testimonials. In case you're not comfortable with this, literally just send you a Google review link. I've already given you that in assignment 1. Let them write a written testimonial for you on Google. What happens is when you put it on Google, anyone who's searching on Google, your name starts popping up higher the more reviews you have, right? Reuse that onto your Instagram. Take a screenshot. When clients send you WhatsApp messages, take screenshots. It makes it look more real. It makes it look more authentic. But don't forget to show client testimonials. If the client doesn't give it to you, ask. If the client gives it to you, even better. Record it live so that you can keep reusing this, right? Of course, we already spoke about the before afters. So show all of that in this. Examples of this is a hook that you can use is, the family finally has a clutter-free home, or the storage increased by 35%, or the client's favorite feature was this custom window seat. So you understand, instead of saying multiple things that this room is nice, you are specifically talking about one feature in one room, one specific aspect. So that is how you can use this project or your portfolio to make it understand how the why the client should choose you. So do you all understand how a portfolio part or how your project can really help you create curiosity for the client, show how brilliant and how much knowledge you have in this niche. And third is how to actually build the trust. It's really simple. Use photos you already have. Go to your Google Drive, go to your phones where you stored. You don't even need new ones. I'm sure you will have a whole gallery of things. And in case you are just starting out, start doing this. Make this as a habit to do it daily. Yeah. Because this is what's going to get you clients. This is literally what I use to get my clients. I remember when I had only one project, my first ever project years ago. I posted about that, but I posted it. I did like full R&D, like a CID person investigator. I have done before, after, material, client, everything on that one project. And because of that one project, I got three projects in literally 2 days. And this was my first week of ever designing anything in my life. So please, please show this. Do not underestimate how powerful this tool is. Don't only show the final pictures. We can get that on Pinterest also. Why are they coming to your page? To see how you work, what you do, what is your thinking behind that designing. That's which I told you about, right? Like the education personal. Now, how do you actually make it come in use? How do you make it happen for your page, right? So now instead of posting multiple reels, multiple photos, and you get like completely burnt out, let's be real. You are designers. You are not content creators. You are not marketers. You all have other things to do in life, like actually talk to your clients and actually design. So what I do is I normally plan my entire thing in 1 week. In 1 week, I plan my entire full month schedule. I don't recommend to post too much. Normally recommend a sweet spot is three, right? Of course, if you have the time and energy and you want to post more, feel free. But I would say minimum post three a week, right? Now, what happens is a lot of the times people are posting reels. Now, what happened is the reels has been in on Instagram for a long, long time. So the competition in reels are very high. So if I go back to my page and I compare the insights of my reels and my insights of my carousels, my carousels have done a lot better now. Before my reels used to do better, but now because the reels competition has become so high, I'm not saying don't post reels. Don't get me wrong, post reels, but post more of carousels because that is not as competitive as the reels at this moment, at this time on Instagram, right? So this is the suggestion I have for you. Feel free to make changes if you want. I would say post 3 times a week, right? So in that 3 times, two should be carousels and one should be either a reel or a photo. So totally, if you see every week, if you're posting, you're going to have totally 8 carousels and 4 reels or photos, which will totally give you 12 posts per month. Okay. Now, how do you divide these 12 posts? Out of these 12 posts, I would recommend to do 4 proof posts. Proof posts are basically to show how you can solve the client's problems. Now, how you can do that is you can create a concept project. So, if you already have a project, use that project. If you don't have a project, create the project. So, one is to do 2 posts should be about 2 kinds of projects. Third should be about mood board. And fourth should be about a design audit, which we already discussed about. The next 3 posts should be about your education to show how good and how much knowledge you have in your niche. So, an example for this is common design mistakes. So, specifically, I'll tell you what to post in this, but just to give you an idea, some specific common design mistake which people make, a specific material selection tip, and a specific space planning tip. That there should be 3 posts on this. 2 posts should be about you. Why did you become a designer? What is your thinking behind design? What is your philosophy? This is to create a connection with your client. If you have a specific type, I only like modern, I only like sleek, I only like minimal. Talk about it. Why do you like it? What are your thoughts behind it? And there should be 2 authority posts. This is to build a lot of trust. So you are going to be mentioning not just that you design, but how you design. What is your process of designing? Remember the whole thing we spoke about, the client journey, that first they book a call, then they connect with you, then you get on a consultation, then you give them those deliverables, and how your entire process you should talk about. Because when a new customer or a lead comes onto your page and they see that, oh, this is how the person does it, they instantly see clarity. They'll be like, oh, this is interesting. I want, this person knows how to work. This person knows exactly what is coming first, what is coming second. There's a lot of clarity that comes with this. Second thing you can talk about is what is it like to work with you, right? So let's say if you've done this testimonial with the clients. So if the client has said something like, it's so easy to work with her, she makes my life so much quicker, she understands me completely, she gives me whatever she says. Put all of that in this. It helps you build trust. And then the last one is the offer post. So the system is not to put too much offer post because then it becomes like very salesy. We don't want your page to look very salesy. So that's the reason I only recommend having one offer post. Once in a while, if you're having some specific campaign or a specific month, you can do two. But usually I recommend to do one. This offer post is basically that once they have seen all of these posts, you are going to be like talking about your services, your packages, and that why they should book you. I'll give you a whole lot details specifically on all of this, what to post. But this is a basic idea on the 12 posts you should cover in a month. 4 proof posts, 3 educational posts, 2 personal posts, 2 authority posts, and 1 offer post. What happens with this is they come onto your page, they discover you, they build trust by understanding what you do. Most likely, they will follow you. Even if they don't book a call with you, they will follow you. After they follow you, when they start seeing more of these posts every day, they'll get nurtured. They'll get more. They'll build that trust more and more with you. Once they're comfortable, they will start inquiring. Once they inquire, once you've put in those booking links, etc., they will book a consultation with you, and then the whole journey starts of how to convert them. But this is the first part on how to get them to your page. Second is once they come onto your page, how to nurture them. And once you nurture them, how to get them to book a call with you. So, this is the whole idea of the content. Now, this is exactly what I want you to post in the next coming month, right? I have specifically written week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. I've written what should come in post 1, what should come in post 3. So on week 1, you're going to be having 3 posts. Again, this is minimum. If you want to add more, feel free to. But I normally recommend this is a sweet spot. 2 is too little, 4 becomes a bit too burnout. So every week you can choose any 3 days that you like. Choose a fixed day, choose a fixed time. So maybe you can do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, alternate days. Choose the time, or you can maybe do Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't have to be alternate, but I feel alternate normally is better. So choose any 3 days of the week. Post one of the week should be a carousel. The carousel should be the first one should be about a common design mistake. So one example is 3 mistakes making your living room look small. So this specific hook should be based on your niche, on your client avatar, specifically for you. So if you are doing styling, or you are doing landscaping, or you are doing architecture, or you are doing villas, it should the words should come from that, but it should be basically a design mistake. One example which I have given is 3 mistakes making your living room look smaller, right? The second post should be a reel. This should be where you are literally on a camera. You just record yourself and you talk about your journey, your struggles, what was your turning point, what was your mission, why did you become a designer? You could have become anyone. Why did you choose interior designing? Literally 30 seconds to 1 minute, or however long you find comfortable, minimum 30 seconds. Put your camera out. Don't be shy. I used to like literally talk to myself on the camera like all the time to get practice. If you fumble, delete it, reshoot it, no problem. Post one whichever you find comfortable, and literally just add a caption, no editing even required. If you want to edit it, you can edit it. If you don't want to edit it, just add captions and post it, no problem, right? Post number 3 should again be a carousel where you're going to be talking about a specific material selection tip. So, one example for the hook is 5 material mistakes homeowners regret after renovation. So, something that you must have heard of is called negative hooks. Negative hooks work really well because it causes a fear in the client. Like, oh my God, like, I don't want my room to look small. Oh my God, I don't want my house I don't want to make mistakes where I end up spending too much, right? So these are known as negative hooks because it gives that fear to the client, and then you're giving them the solution also. So this works really, really well. Again, this should all be with your specific niche, right? Week 2. So this is for week 1. Week one, I'm repeating, you have three posts. So let's say, for example, if you choose Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whichever 3 days, right? So Monday, you will post one carousel, which will be about a common design mistake. Wednesday, you will post one reel, which will be about why you became a designer. And let's say Friday, you post another carousel about a specific material selection tip. So this is how week one goes. I'll explain to you a little after this about how you can uh, plan everything before in 1 week and then schedule everything after. But first, let's just understand what all posts you need to do. Okay. So week one is clear. Week two. Week two, again, we're going to follow the same system. We're going to do a carousel, but instead of a reel, we're going to do a single photo. Just a single photo of you. No reel, no carousel, nothing. Just a single photo. And then the third post is going to be a carousel. Now, in this, for week two, the first again is going to be the concept project. This is going to be, remember the mock hero project we spoke about? Take any project, whether it is a project you have actually done or whether it is your own room you are creating a mock project of. Take photos of that, explain what the problem is, explain what is your vision of this space, explain the design solution, and then show the after, whether it is a 3D, whether it is an actual after photo. Do this for one single room. Don't do it for the whole house. Do it for one single room. So let's say you choose a bedroom, or you choose a bathroom, or you choose a living room, or you choose a balcony, or if you are into landscaping, you choose one landscape area. Choose any one area. In that specific area, slide one will be a problem, slide two will be the vision, slide three will be the solution, slide four will, like that, will go on and on, right? So that's, and again, it will be picture and text. Not only picture, not only text. Picture and text combination, trust me, works really well. Then coming to post two. Post two is going to be just one single photo of you doing something in the design process. Whether you're talking on the laptop, whether you're talking on the phone, whether you are on the site, whether you are selecting a material, whether it could be, or you're making a drawing, anything that you are doing, try to include a photo of you doing any of the tasks that you do daily. Any one photo I want. And under that photo, what is to be written and what is to be put, I will explain that. But in basic idea, you're going to be talking about the client journey, the inquiry, the communication. Again, I will be giving you an entire prompt that will help you get all of this. But understand that you have to put one photo here, right? The third post for the week two is again a carousel, which is going to be the same, but do it with another project. So let's say if you've done it for a bedroom here, do it for a bathroom here. Or let's say you've done it for a living room here, do it for a kitchen here. Choose any two rooms. So for this, if it's for a bedroom, you will show all the problems, the vision, the design for the bedroom. For this, let's say if it's a kitchen, then again, what you're going to do is you're going to show the design, you're going to show the layout, like what the layout is. In this case, you don't do problem vision this. You can repeat it if you want, but a different way to do this is you show exactly what the layout was and what the changes you have made in the layout. What are the problems you have solved by making those changes in the layout, right? So that's going to be your post three for week two. Now coming to week three. Week three, again, we're going to do a carousel where you're going to be talking about a specific space planning tip. So a quick example for this is 5 space planning mistakes to avoid before renovating, right? So now again, if you're specifically doing styling, you can write, you can talk something about styling. If you're specifically talking about architecture, you're specifically talking about a villa, you can tweak the words, but the idea is to do some space planning tip. Then for post two of week three is going to be again a reel. So if you see totally there are only 2 reels for the whole month, and that's not going to take you time. In this, again, this could be a raw video. Just talk about your design philosophy. Why do you like minimalism? Why do you like maximalism? Why do you like traditional? Why do you like modern? Why do you like industrial? What is a good design to you? Does it only mean aesthetics matters or does functionality matter? Anything that comes into your mind. Does eco-friendly sustainability mean to you? Do colors play what colors do you use? Why do you use such colors? Anything related to design that you can think of, make a raw video, add written captions and post it. That's it. right? Then post 3 of week 3, show any mood board. So let's say if you're currently working on a project, show the mood board of that project. If you don't have a project, let's say you are taking your room as a sample, choose a mood board, what color you would use, what material you would use. Would you use cane, wood, would you use veneer, marble, tile? What would you use? What lighting would you use? What curtains would you use? What headboard, leather, fabric, what would you use for the chairs, for the curtains, headboards, cushions, everything. Mention all of that and make a carousel. So you can put you can put first image of like a collage, and then the second image of individual one thing, and then explain why you've chosen what you've chosen, how it all works together, your reasoning and your concept behind the designing. Okay, that's week 3. Week 4, the last week of the month, you are going to again do a carousel, and in this you're going to do that offer post, that one offer post where you're going to be talking about your service packages, who you help, what are your services, what is your design process, what are the outcomes the potential lead is going to expect from you. All of that is going to come into this. And don't worry if you're wondering how you're going to create this. I have created prompts for you, which I'll show you later, which is going to make it very easy, right? Then post 2 of week 4 is again a single photo of you doing something. Maybe you're talking to a client, doing any activity that you are doing for work, and the title should be what it's like to work with me. So let's say if you're talking to a client and the client has said something, you will write all of that information down in the caption. Just a single photo of you is enough in this. Of you on a site, you on a project, you in a store, anything, right? And week 4, post 3 is again a carousel, and this is going to be the design audit. So you can do the design audit for any project you find online. Of course, don't tag somebody saying that you've done a bad job. Just do it anonymously. Take a random project or a random layout you have find on Pinterest, on Instagram, or anything. Or you can even do your old projects of and be like, now these are the 5 things I would do to make it better. And then indicate in one line, in one word, what changes you would do. Simple. Carousel is basically 1 to 10 slides. You can do roughly 1 to 10 slides. Don't do more than 10. Don't do less than 5. I think 5 to 10 is a good spot for carousels because it creates the impact and you get the entire thing in place. So I'll be
साइट के फोटोग्राफ्स पहले जब होता है, जब साइट होता है तब हमको याद नहीं आता कि हमको ये यदि रील डालनी है कि नहीं डालनी, क्योंकि ये सब चीजें करते हम लोग नहीं करते थे। लेकिन हाँ, वो सब चीजें जैसे भी तुमने बताई कि रील आप पहले उसको वहाँ के फोटोग्राफ्स डालो, फिर वो कैसे बन रहा है, फिर क्लाइंट के साथ आपका जो बातचीत होती है वो सब हम चीजें रिकॉर्ड नहीं करते ना। हम लोग तो क्या करते हैं, जब पूरा घर बन जाता है या ऑफिस बन जाता है तो उसके फोटोग्राफ्स ले लेते हैं और काम खत्म हो जाता है। तो ये सब
exactly,
डालना
but I'll tell you not only for content, I'll tell you how this helps is right. This also helps that today when you have to go back to a picture or you have to design, you cannot keep going to site. Today you have one project, but let's say now for someone like me, when I have 10 projects going on together, it is not humanly possible for me to remember every project. So having a Google Drive system where I see all the before photos, all the in process photos, not only for content, even for my designing, it helps. Because see, today you might be designing alone. Tomorrow you will probably have a team. You will probably outsource some of your work with other vendors, other 3D teams, other people who make your drawings at some point in your life, right? So if you cannot be a sole person working, right? You are not a robot. You will also get tired. You will also need help at some point in your life. So having this system of documenting the thing, content के लिए of course it helps, but it also helps you to design. For example, if let's say there's some issue that's come onto site on project 2 or project 3, and I don't remember how a specific area in a specific room looks. So I have a rule from day one, the client or me, if because I do online, so the client sends it to me. But for cases like y'all where you'll actually go to the site, take a video of the entire site on day one, the raw video, right? The reason this helps is today, if you don't know where the column is coming, where the beam is coming, when you have to make your 3D, you photo may certain parts get hidden. You like some beam will be missing, some angle is missing. In a video, if you do a detailed video from start to end, it really helps you to design as well. I to use all of this for my content because anyways I have them saved. And if let's say right now you don't have it saved, when you are getting your next few projects, make this as a habit, not just for content. Trust me, it will help you for designing also. Today, when you are talking to a client, let's say a new client comes to you and they'll be like, I have this problem with the kitchen. Now imagine if you have a picture of a previous client's kitchen and be like, oh, they had the same problem and I solved it with this. Don't you think the client will get on board? Not only content, it will help you for sales, it will help you for designing, it will
Multiple projects, where how should we document, where should we document all our project, one project related?
on a drive. So whether you have Apple or whether you have Android, like Google Drive, if you use Android, and if Apple storage, if you use Apple storage, like team member one uploads something on the file, then everybody else also gets the update.
Yeah.
So for example, if three people are working on one project, right, and person one has done some update, but let's say that person one is not available for whatsoever reason, they're sick or whatever, then person two can send that link to the client if need be.
Okay.
The work doesn't get handicapped. Every folder, every project has one folder, one for photos, one for drawings, one for 3ds, one for, it's always systematically in mind.
Yeah, I would.
Documenting, trust me, it helps you become a better designer, not just for content. So pinned post is basically, can you see this pin over here? I don't know if it's visible on the post. So basically these pinned posts are such that whenever you post anything new, right, whether you put new or whatever, the old three pinned posts will always be the first three posts that your clients see when they come onto your page. Of course, this is a website view, that's why you're seeing multiple, you're seeing six in a row. But if you see it from your phone, you will only see one, two, and three. And when you see the top three posts, these will be the pinned posts. If you see this pin here, right? So in this pin post, the reason you have these posts pinned is because whenever anyone new comes onto your page, they should be able to have access to these three posts. And these three posts are basically going to be about one, your founder story, two, your services, and three, your portfolio. Because these are the top three things that somebody who is coming new would want to understand before they buy your project, right? So the founder story post is all about why they should connect with you and why they should trust you. The services one is for them to understand what kind of services you do. And the portfolio is simply like I told you, if they can't see what you can deliver, if they can't see your previous work, they're not going to hire you. So it's simply these three posts which should be pinned on top. And how to pin it, there is literally a button on the right over here. When you go, you can click on the button and those three dots come in. I can't see it on my desktop version, but you can see it on your phone. Just click on that and you say pinned post and you pin it. Simple. Pin post one. Pin post one is the founder story. The whole idea of this is so that when the client, the potential lead comes onto your thing, it's relatable, it's emotional, it's inspiring, and they connect with you. Ensure that this doesn't sound very salesy, otherwise, no one's going to read it, right? The main aim is that that they should feel as she understands my needs and she can provide the solutions to my problems. That is the full point of this post. Now, in this carousel post, I am going to be considering 10 slides. Okay, slide 1 to slide 10. So you can go through this later where I'm going to be where I've written exactly what should come in slide 1 and what should come in every slide. But in very basic sense, slide 1 should be one simple sentence on the top. So for example, one sentence could be, this decision changed my life, right? It could be something like that. So that should be the hook which comes on the first, like if you go to my page, the first line, like for example, I've written design changed my life. Start here. So even in your template, I have already done that. If you see, you write your hook over here and then just write start here. Start here just helps the person who's coming onto your page to understand what they're supposed to do first, right? So in the first page, you are just going to write one line, whatever your hook is. In this example, the decision that changed my life forever. And of course, add an image of you. Okay. Second to the seventh slide is going to be your entire story. So, as today's assignment, most of you all were supposed to write a little background about you and yourself. Why you started, what your struggles are, what are your fears, what was your turning point, Why did you decide to become a designer, right? So most of y'all, so only very few of y'all have done this. But once you have done this, I will give you a prompt. You literally copy paste your entire, it should be a full essay, okay, a full paragraph, like your whole life history. Like let's say you're writing a journaling, you're writing a whole story. Write, even if it's this long, no problem. Write that entire paragraph with the prompt I will share later, and in that it will diagnose it in specifically this format. But basically, slide 2 to slide 7 will be your entire story. Slide 8 will specifically connect to the your audience's pain point. So for example, it will say something like, if you ever wanted to design your space and felt misunderstood or cheated, dot dot dot, right? Whatever they, like some of you all told me your pain points were that the space doesn't feel like them, it feels too generic, it feels too simple, they don't feel like the space is theirs. Or maybe like the sometimes it happens that the designer designs for themselves and they don't design for the client only, when it's actually for the client, so the clients feel misunderstood. So whatever your specific audience's pain point is, it will automatically, based on the prompt, write about that. Slide 9 would be all about what you do, who you help, what your services are, in simple one slide, okay? And slide 10 would be the CTA, the call to action, that if you comment a specific word, whatever the word is, they will get a free resource, a free lead magnet, along with the consultation booking link, right? Now, this can be done manually or it can be done automated. If you are doing it manually, it is completely free, but you have to sit and do it all the time. So, for example, if you create post 1 and the word is design, so if they comment the word design, then you have to send something to them. So either you can sit and manually do this, but I feel sometimes it's very difficult to do that. Or you can use ManyChat, Super Profile. There are a couple of things where it's not that expensive. It's like maybe I think 500 around a month, and it does all of this for you automated, right? So what happens is when they comment on this word, A, they will get a free resource. The resource will be something which is going to help them, and then B, they are going to get a link. So imagine they have gone through your post, they have connected to your post, they have got a free resource which is solving a problem, and they have got a link. Now tell me, what are the chances that they will not book the link? Even if supposing 50 people come onto your page, all 50 will not book the link, but at least 10 will book the link. And out of the 10, even if you get 5 who will come on a consultation call and you can convince them, and at least 2 will convert into leads. So do you see how one post can get you at least 2 leads? It's That's the beauty of this, right? So this is post 1, which is the founder story. There are 3 posts. The second post is all about your services. So in this, similarly, your slide 1 is going to be the hook. Whatever your category is, interior design, landscape, style, villa, whatever your thing is, that category will come in your thing, right? That's the hook. The slide 2 to 3 is going to be about you. What is your year? How many years have you worked? Why did you become a designer? Your basic credibility. You're going to be why people should choose you as a designer, right? Slide 4 to 5 is going to be about your client struggles, their frustrations, what they are currently experiencing. Slide 6 to 7 is going to be about your services, specifically your services, your processes. So I know that you will be thinking some of this is getting repetitive, but it's fine because everyone is not going to click on every post. So some parts of it can be repetitive, no problem. Slide 8 is going to be your USP. Remember what we discussed on assignment 1? So you're going to write your USP. Slide 9 is going to be some tips why they should follow you, why they should come onto your page, why they should engage. And slide 10 is again going to be that long CTA, but again, they will comment a specific word, they will receive a specific free resource or a PDF and a consultation link. Again, by doing all of this, chances of them, at least 40 people might click on it, 7 might book a call, and maybe 1 will convert. You never know, right? So this is 2. And then the last one is your portfolio. So for those of you who don't have a portfolio, I repeat, please use your existing room, your friends' rooms, use 3Ds, use like mood boards, etc. to create this. But in this also, slide 1 is going to be a hook, An example is we transformed this empty apartment into a home that you never wanted to leave, right? Slide 2 would be introducing the client. So for those of you who don't have a client, you can do it as a mock client, like who your ideal client would be, right? Who they are, what is their situation, what is their goal. Slide 3 would be their challenge. What wasn't working? What were their pain points? What were the frustrations? Slide 4 to 6 would be the process on how you will help them, how you will design for them. Slide 7 to 8 would be the final transformation, the before after, specifically to this project, to this client, right? The portfolio that you have put. Slide 9 is all about uh, what the future clients can learn from this specific project. And of course, 10 is again the CTA with the resource and booking link. So post 1 was a founder story, pin post 2 was about your services, and pin post 3 was about your portfolio. Once you create these posts, you only have to create this once. You don't have to keep creating this. You have to create this once. Of course, if you are updating your services, you're updating your portfolio, you want to update it, then you can create another one. But ideally, you just create this one and then you pin it. That's it. The other 12 posts which you do, you keep doing every month, right? Now for the carousels, how should you do a carousel, right? Normally, I would recommend do one, like I told you, 1 to 10 you can do. So you can, if you're doing 8 slides, the first slide should be a hook. The second slide should be a problem. The third slide should be the solution to that specific problem. And the next 6 to 7 slides should be examples, because people don't understand a solution if you don't give an example. Always give an example. And then the last slide should be the CTA, where they have to do something and then they get something and then they get the link, right? Some hook examples for the first slide should be your home feels cluttered because of this, and then mention what this is. 3 mistakes ruining your bedroom, or this layout is making your room look smaller, or this material choice could cost you lakhs. You can write 1 lakh, 2 lakh. You can be as specific, right? But this should all be based on your niche. These are just examples. Make them specifically as per your niche, right? CTA examples are DM home, this DM layout. Use words which clients resonate with from design perspective. DM design, DM interiors, DM bathroom, bedroom, kitchen, whatever your post is about, let them DM that and then they'll get what they get, right? So this is how the entire content strategy part works. Coming to minus your post, another thing you need to do is stories, right? So stories, you can do stuff like, I would say for stories, don't waste too much time on this. Whatever pictures and videos you have taken in that specific day on your phone, whether you've gone to the site, whether you've spoken to somebody, whatever you have in your phone, just post that. It's so much easier than racking your brains, because I'm sure if you open your phone, there are going to be tons of pictures and videos. And if you're someone who doesn't do this, please get in the habit of doing this, because it's really going to help you. And whatever photos you have, right, make it interactive. So, for example, if you're putting a site picture update, then put a before and after, put a poll, if you're putting a material, let's say you're saying light wood or dark wood, put this or that. If you're asking a question like, guys, I want to know what kind of post you want me to put, ask me anything design. You can just put a question box and ask them anything. And most important is this, the booking link. Don't forget to put booking links. So whenever you're putting a story and you're putting something with an offer, always add a booking link so that the client, the potential lead rather, has to click on that link and book a session with you. The first time you do it, you might find it a little overwhelming, but every time you do it, the whole idea is, because you have a template ready, because you have all your pictures and videos on your phone, it becomes very easy to repurpose it, right? So let's say you'll do this for the first month, then you will do an analysis and see which post worked better than the other. You can literally repeat the post again by just making 4 or 5 word changes. And I'll tell you the hacks for that as well. So it's only the first 1 or 2 months that takes a little bit of effort. Once you get an understanding of what is working, what is not working, it becomes very easy to repeat the system. But I would say make it on Canva. or any software that you find comfortable. You can even directly do it on your phone. Once you put it on your Canva or directly do it on your phone, just post it. Scheduling, I'll explain to you how you can do, but the concept is you can directly do it on Instagram. You don't need multiple apps. Don't complicate your life. Make it simple. The method I use is I create it on Canva, I download it, and I post it on Insta. I schedule it on Insta. I comment on Insta. I do everything on Insta. If it's a video, you can also do the video on Canva, or there's an app called Edits, which Instagram has. Feel free. Choose only one app, I would say maximum two apps. Don't make it complicated. Choose one or two apps which you're most comfortable with. Choose Canva, choose Edits for videos, Canva for carousels, and Instagram to post and schedule. Don't add more. This is the simplest way I would recommend. In the CTA, I mentioned that when they create a keyword, you will send them a free resource like a PDF or something. Now, I just wanted to explain a little bit about what I meant by that. So this is known as a lead magnet. A lead magnet is when somebody who is completely new comes onto your page, the chances of them booking a session with you without absolutely anything is not very, like, it won't happen. So how you can do that is you can send them a free PDF, which is also known as a lead magnet. So how that works is some examples of PDFs that you can create, our material selection guide or bedroom design guide, anything that is for your niche, luxury home planning workbook, or you can create checklists, kitchen planning checklist, luxury home checklist, anything that you feel resonates with your niche and the rooms that you design. Create one or two freebies. I call them as freebies because you're giving it for free. It's basically a lead magnet. It's a simple PDF. You can create it on Canva or anything. Once you create this PDF, right, what happens is that you send them the PDF, and in exchange, you get that information. That is, you collect their name, their email, and their number. And you also send them the link. So, what happens with this is that you, even if let's say they don't book the call with you still get their information to connect with them afterwards. So there are two ways. When let's say you've put your post up, okay, after you've put the post, you have said comment the word design for a or comment the word kitchen for a kitchen planning checklist, right? So they've someone has come onto your page and they've commented kitchen. Once they've commented kitchen, either if you want to do it manually, go for it. If you want to do it automatic through websites, go for it. What you will do is you will send a PDF of a kitchen planning checklist. Okay. Once you send that PDF, in exchange for them to get that PDF, they will have to fill their name, email, and phone number. It's how they get it. They will fill their name, email, phone number, and you will also send them a consultation link. So either two things will happen. Either they will book the link with you, or they will put in their details to get that freebie. And what you have to do is once they book in the link, of course, you get on the call and then convert them. And if they don't book the call, you already have their name, email number, and phone number, right? The details. So you message them separately and start nurturing them. Once you start nurturing them, then send them the link for your consultation. So that is how this strategy really works. This is probably one of the strategies why you guys are on this call. You received some free magnet from one of my posts. You received some link to book this session, and that is why you are on this call. Most of you, some one of the two must have happened to you, right? So this is how this strategy works. And now the last thing is after this, I want to tell you is that only posting does not help. The next thing which you have to do after posting is also messaging. You need to message every time you get a new follower. Remember, we had created those DM templates where it was for a new follower, for a new architect, if there is a new furniture brand or any specific type that you're connecting with. Those DM templates is what you use now. You start messaging those people who message you, and you can reach out to people too. Every day, find 5 designers that you really like their work of and follow them. I'll tell you how this helps. One is you get ideas of what kind of posts you want to post. Two, when you start interacting with the designers that you like, the people who are commenting on their page, thanks to Instagram algorithm, will start reaching your page. I don't know how this works, but it just works. So, for example, I already like four designers, five designers. I'll go to them. I'll start commenting on their post. I'll start following them and then commenting on their post. And then the people, when I started commenting on them, the other people who are commenting on them, they see my comments and then they start seeing my page. So this really, really helps. I have got a lot of clients through this system. Every day, I would say follow at least five people. Do this for at least a week and see how it works. Five every day, message five people, follow five people, and comment 10. 10 any 10 comments. Now when I say comment, don't just say lovely, nice, beautiful. No, at least write one sentence. Write something like, I really like the flowers you've used to decorate that pot, or I really like the blue curtains you've used to highlight, blah, blah, blah. Like, make it one sentence at least. Don't just write nice, beautiful, great. No, I mean, there are 100 comments like that, right? And last is, once you've posted this thing on your Instagram feed, literally use it to reshare it on your stories with any poll or anything. Also reshare it on your WhatsApp status. Now, for those of you who don't have enough followers on your Instagram, this really, really helps, because when you repost the same Instagram post you have made onto your WhatsApp status, all the people who have your number, they will get to see your status. They will see that this page is on Instagram. They will come onto your Instagram and they will follow you. One. Two, they will see all of these posts that you're doing, and if they have an inquiry that they want a project, they will message you. And sometimes what has even happened with me is, let's say one of my friends who has my number saw my status, and they were like, I know somebody else who wants this, and then they gave my number to them. I connected on a call with them and I got the project. So the WhatsApp status is great for someone who doesn't have enough current Instagram followers for them to see their work. So don't forget to use this. Just post it as your status. There is an option on Instagram. You literally just say share, and then you can share it on your WhatsApp status. Also on Facebook, if you're using if you also have an account on Facebook, there is a setting on Instagram which says reshare to other platforms. You can just toggle on Facebook, and then every time you're posting it on Instagram, it is also automatically getting shared on Facebook. The same post, the same caption, same everything is automatically getting posted on Facebook as well. Feel free to send it to your friends and family. You never know who needs what. So this is the entire system that has got me so many clients. I cannot even tell you, right? So this is the basic understanding. Now, for the last part where you all were asking me that how do you make this happen, right? Where you don't want to spend and you don't want to spend hours and hours and hours and days and feel a complete workout. So I am giving you a 6-day system, which if you blindly follow this, like I said, the first time it will be a little time consuming, but as and when you keep doing this, it becomes very, very easy. So day one, what I want you to do is the prompt which is there in your workbooks. You all can open the workbooks on week 3 in your individual name. Whatever is there on your thing, there are a couple of prompts. So for prompt one, you are going to get your entire content calendar for 12 posts, right? I'm going to explain to you how to do the prompts, but through that prompt, you are literally going to get all of this information done for you, right? You are going to get the 12 posts, you are going to get the stories, you are going to get the freebies. The only thing you have to do is actually sit and message 5 people. I can't do that for you, right? So day one is just put in that prompt and get all of this information, right? Next thing is the next prompt which I've given you, it will actually tell you in which slide what is to be written for all the 8 carousels that I mentioned above, based on your niche, based on your client. And I'll explain to you how the prompt will work, right? So once you use the prompt, you will get the 4 carousels. What you need to do is you need to literally take from that prompt what information it has given you. You need to copy all the lines in that from the prompt answers into your Canva or whatever, sorry, into Canva or whatever software you are using to create the carousel. So all you have to do is copy paste the line from the chat GPT or Claude or whatever AI you are using from the prompt, whatever answer you're getting, copy that onto your Canva line by line and just add a photo and you're done. Right? So this is done for all the 8 carousels. For the reels also, you will get the scripts. If you don't want to do raw videos, you will also get the scripts through this prompt. So all you have to do is look at the script and speak. That's it. Right? And so this is what you will do. Day one, you will create the calendar. Day two, you will create 4 carousels, and you will daily post 1 to 2 stories and DM 5 people. Day three, you will create the next 4 carousels and again do the same. Day four, you will create those 2, 3 reels, whatever as per your thing I've mentioned in that week, right? How many you have to do. And again, post 1 to 2 stories and DM for 5 people. And day five, again through the prompt, you're going to get all this information. It will give you the written caption. So if you go to any post, right? So supposing this is a post, right? So in the post, minus the post which is there, you normally have a caption that is written over here. Can you see here? This is a written caption. So this written caption which is there is what I'm talking about. This caption should be SEO friendly. Now, when I say SEO friendly, again, it is because when people search for a specific word, your post will start showing up. So there are 2 things to this, right? One is going to be the long caption, which you can see in this. And the second thing is going to be these SEO keywords, right? Can you see over here in bracket? These SEO keywords. So when you put in the prompt, all of that information will come to you, but you just need to copy paste that. So if you go to Instagram, you have to schedule all of these posts which we've created. So how that create a new post and all the carousels which you've made. So supposing the carousel one which you've made, you download it on Canva as a JPG file, right? And then you put it on your post. You put all of them into that, and under that you write down the caption which this prompt is going to give you, and you schedule it. So you schedule, let's say, post one for, let's say, Monday the first. Then let's say the second carousel which you do, you schedule it for Wednesday the third. Then for Friday the third. Like that, you schedule all the posts on day five, right? And of course, posting stories daily and DMing people you do. So day one, you create the calendar. Day two, you create the 4 carousels. Day three, you create the next 4 carousels. Day four, you select the photos and the reels which you have. Day five, you write the captions which the prompt will give you and schedule the post. Literally, now by day five, your entire 12 days calendar content is scheduled and done. You do not even have to look at it after this. And day six is, this is something, if you want to do it, this is not mandatory, though I recommend is to create the lead magnet, that PDF which you will share, which when somebody posts, that you can send it out to them. So you can create one, you can create many, how many ever you want. That is it. In 6 days, you can create your entire content. And if you see the prompts, I've given you really, really long prompts because I've really worked hard on these prompts. Before you put in the prompt, you have to fill in 5 to 6 things which are from your worksheet one. It will read all of that information. After you put in that information, then you put prompt one. Fill in the blank of prompt one. And it will automatically give it 2 minutes. It will create the whole content calendar for you. After you do prompt one, directly, no need to write anything, directly copy prompt two, directly copy prompt three. One by one, just keep copying it back to back and all your work will be done. Of course, once it creates all of this, feel free to tweak it a little bit here and there wherever you need it. It will create the pinned post for you. It will create the content calendar for you. It will give you story suggestions. Everything based on your specific niche, based for your client's audience. I have made the prompt specifically for that. But don't do this without putting in your client avatar, your niche, which we have done in session 1 and 2. Otherwise, it will not be effective. You just have to write your niche here, your positioning statement and USP, right? This is all from your previous assignments. So just I'm putting it over here so that you have it all in one place. Then packages, y'all can put the offer ladder, which y'all did Abhi, yes, last time. Once you write this, you literally have to copy this entire prompt 1, which is this long. Can you see this? This is prompt 1. You just have to write this, my niche, my positioning statement, my USP, this first few things that you see over here. Bas wahan pe you have to write. After you write this, you just copy this entire prompt 1, which goes all the way from here to here. Can you see? You just have to copy this and write your niche and all which you have from the previous assignment and put it into chat gpt. Once you put it into chat gpt, then you copy prompt 2. It'll give you all the answers, right? Then after it gives you all the answers, write prompt 2. After it gives you all the answers, then copy prompt 3. Similarly prompt 4. Like as in when you do it, just copy prompts, nothing more you have to do. It's all done. And then whatever answer you get, you can put it below here. The concept is not to get followers. The concept is not to get views. The concept is how to convert your client into paid clients. People think that I need thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, but that's a number you see on an Instagram page. Today, in a room, we are 6 of us right now. On an Instagram page, if I say 6 views, can you see how cheap that would look? Oh my God, only 6 people have viewed my page. But 6 people who are willing to buy this mentorship for me are 6 clients for me. And 6 clients, imagine if one client pays you 1 lakh, that's 6 lakhs for you. So don't look at it as 6 views. Because this concept which I'm telling you is not to get mass followers. This content strategy I'm telling you is to get specific clients which will be for you and specifically for your niche.